seemed appropriate, laying Chopin on what is after all a Polish record player. Mr. Arthur, as this Unitra has become known, has had a capacitor transplant today. Just goes to show you, the old Polish-made Ulwa capacitor is quite a hefty lump. 2200 microfarad, 25 volts. The replacing one, well, you can see the difference in sheer size. One of these was getting hot when the set was playing, so I think it was pretty well timed to do a transplant before anything nasty happened, because when these old ones go, they really do go with quite a bang. They don't just burst like the more modern ones do. And you can certainly see, can't you, how it is that they get away with making things so much smaller now. The devices we have are much smaller. Even in the 80s they were much smaller than things have been in the 60s. Ah dear. It's very tempting when changing the power capacitor like that to put a bigger one in, because you think, oh yes, it'll get rid of even more hum, because that's what those capacitors do. They smooth out any residual ripple from the rectifier that makes the DC, the innards, run on, if you like, so you just don't get any humming sound. But you should try and keep within limits when changing them. If you've got ideally the same value, then use that, unless you can hear it's, it wasn't enough. But don't go overboard, because if you do, probably all you'll do when you switch on the surge to charge up the bigger capacitors will just blow a fuse somewhere or blow some other component, and well, you don't want that. You want to sit back and listen to your boombox or your records or your 8-track or your reel-to-reel or whatever, don't you? Oh dear. So at least the hum on this thing has now all but gone. There's a faint hiss from the amplifier, sort of white noise, but I think that's just a generic thing. That's not going to go away. And the 45 RPM setting, well, that works a treat. I've had the strobe disc on it, and an old angle poise lamp with, horror of horrors, 100-watt incandescent light bulb. Oh my God, send for the green police immediately. Yeah. Yeah, well, the way they go on about it, you'd think it was, wouldn't you? Something really terrible. But anyway, so it looks as if this one is finally completed after its clean up, which has really brought back the nice finish they put on it. And everybody used to say, "Oh, bloody, Soviet bloc stuff, it's crap." Well, some of it was crap, but some of it was really quite good, or even very good. And there's enough on here on YouTube, isn't there? Go and have a look at. This Harwood is really a Unitra, and then there was RFT, and I think of quite a few. Tesla, I think. I've got somewhere around here a Grundig radio cassette that looks as if it's a 60s design. Even the back comes off when you change the batteries. Never get passed over here in the EU at the time, I don't suppose now. But that's made by some outfit out there, and I can't remember who at the moment. Oh dear, get me my Alzheimer's pills. Anyway,